to Exposing Workplace Bullying, where we pull back the curtain and have real conversations about workplace abuse. This is Season 3, Profile of a Workplace Bully, Episode 19, The Workplace Bully Dossier. I'm your host, Dr. Jan Kircher. Welcome back. I'm really glad you're here because this season is going to be very interesting. And I'll be honest, it's going to be a challenging one too. But before we get into it, let's do a quick recap of where we've been. We started by talking about what it's like to live inside bully culture, how it affects you, your work, your health, and the choices you're forced to make just to get through the day. Then we shifted to the bystanders, the inaction, the alignment that allows bullying to flourish. Now we go to the heart of the problem, to the source, the workplace bully. It's time to open the dossier, to put the archetype of the bully, Bob himself, on the hot seat. This season, we're going deeper into the bully's psychology, their position of power, and the co-bullies who operate alongside them. We're getting real answers to the question people on the receiving end, people like you and me, actually ask. The ones that linger unanswered. You know, questions like, what do we actually know about workplace bullies? How can you spot one? Do they stand out, or are they masters of camouflage? What's really driving them? Why does no one in power seem to notice? And fundamentally, why are they bullying us? This is what we're unpacking this season. And yeah, it's a lot, especially because we're talking about our arch nemesis, the workplace bully. This isn't just a profile. It's a way to decode the bully, to see what they're doing, the choices they're making, and the reasons behind those. When I started to think about this season, I took a little time and reflected on every workplace bully I ever had. From my first in 2001 to my last in 2021. 8 bullies in total. And yes, I remember their faces. I remember exactly what they did. But what I remember most is the confusion, that relentless gut-level question of why? Why? I spent years trying to make sense of it. So this season, I'm sharing what I've learned from living it, studying it, from watching these dynamics play out for decades. I wish I could give you neat answers to every question you have, but trying to understand a bully means wading into complexity. The answers are messy, but even so, you'll start to see bullies in a different light. And once you see Bob for what he really is, you realize how much people get wrong about him, or how often they're looking through a distorted lens. And that's where one of the biggest blind spots shows up. We think bullies operate alone. We picture a single bully just Bob, the lone wolf. But bullies don't always operate in isolation. Yes, they rely on bystanders, but many have co-bullies, people on the same power level who behave the same way. Bob rarely acts alone. He often has Barb, the bully, right beside him. It's not one person, it's a bullying unit designed to consolidate power for maximum harm. If I go back to the 8, do you know how many of them operated alone? Just 2. Ironically, my first bully and my last one. In one workplace, there were 2. In the other, there were 4. And they were all different. Did they use some of the same tactics? Yeah, of course, absolutely. But they were as unique as fingerprints. And so this season deconstructs the workplace bully by exposing their profile, their abuse of power, and the mechanisms that shield them. We add a critical layer to our analysis. And I know that thought is screaming in your head, why should I have to dissect the person who's destroying me? Well, here's the hard truth. You study a trap to escape it. This isn't for their sake. It's for yours. We're not profiling a person. We're reverse engineering a weapon to take your power back. Understanding the bully doesn't make the experience any less painful. It doesn't erase what they're doing to you. I still see their faces. I still remember their smirks. I know exactly what the 8 gained by harming me. And yeah, that's hard. It's hard to think about. It's hard to go through. And that's exactly why I need to be clear about what this season is and what it isn't. I'm not asking you to rise above the bully or make peace with what they've done. This is not about forgiveness. This is about forensic clarity. We're walking together through the mechanics of their bullying and their bullying behavior. The reasons, the power, the reinforcement behind it, so you can see it for what it is. To do that, we have to open another file in their dossier. And that's exactly what we'll do next time. In episode 20, The Portrait of a Bully. We look past the behavior into the person behind it. We'll talk about their charm or lack thereof, the competence, the gap between their public face and private actions, and how that gap becomes their most powerful weapon. This is an independent listener-funded podcast. If you value this resource, consider supporting its production at buymeacoffee.com/stopbullyculture. I am deeply grateful for your partnership. The link is in the description. If this episode hits home, check out stopbullyculture.com, where I share tools, resources, and real talk to help you deal with workplace abuse. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, share it with them. Until next time.
They gaslight and plot, play their games. Witness the smile, you're part of the shame. Your boss stays silent, closing the door. How many voices will they ignore? The bully lies, the brave get burned. The office watches, no lessons learned. Your boss hides, truth gets colder. It's time